Okay, boys and girls, today for math, we are going to talk a little bit more about these penguins, and it's going to be story problems, okay? These are all called joining story problems, okay? So when we do this, I want you to think about what they're actually asking you. They are asking you to listen with your ears to the story that's happening in this problem, and we have to figure out what we're going to come up with an equation, okay? So let me read the first one to you. Here we go. There are 9 penguins standing on the ice waiting to dive in, and 5 penguins are already in the water. How many penguins in all? We see this word in all. When we see in all, what does that mean? If you are with me, what that means is that we are putting them together. We are joining these numbers to see all together, okay? So we have 2 groups of penguins here. So let's look back and circle our numbers. How many were standing on the ice? We have 9. Now, if you look in the picture, okay, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 standing up here on the ice. And then it says there are some that are in the water already. How many are already in the water? 5. Do we see the ones underneath the water? We do not. They did this on purpose, okay, so that you can't just count all the penguins over here. You have to actually do some math. Now they want to know how many are all together. So if I have the ones on the ice, I have 9, plus the ones that are in the water. How many was that? So 9 plus 5. Now I get an answer. I need an equal sign because this is going to be my answer of how many altogether. Well, if I have 9 here and I add 5 more to it, I am going to count on 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I get the answer 14. I could have also said 10 plus 5 and then taken 1 away. So my answer is 14 in the end. Okay, that is the answer to this problem. All right, let's scroll down a little bit and we'll do the next one. This one says there are 8 penguins standing on the ice waiting to dive in. We see them up here, 2, 4, 6, 8. And some more penguins in the water. Do we know how many are in the water? Nope, we see some. And when we do sum in math, what do we use? Boys and girls, when I write an equation and I have the word sum, what do I put in its place? I use a box. Okay, that shows me that we don't know, but there's a number that's supposed to go there. Okay, so there are 8 penguins on the ice, and there are some in the water. Okay, and then it says there are 12 penguins in all. How many in all? 12. So it wants to know how many are in the water already. Okay, so let's see. I have 8 right now, right? And then there are some in the water, and so 8, and then there's some in the water. And that gives me 8 plus the sum in the water, gives me equals, how many altogether did they say? The answer is 12. So now I need to figure out if I have 8 here and there's 12 altogether, how many are missing to go in this box right here? So what I can do is I can count up till I get to 12, or I can draw the extra ones until I get to 12. So I have 8, I'll just draw them. 9, 10, 11, 12. How many circles did I have to draw down here? I had to draw 4. So how many are in the water already? 4. Very good. Okay, let's go down. This says there are some penguins behind the hill. They're back behind the hill, so we can't see them. What do I use when I see some? Box. Very good. And there are some penguins hiding behind the hill waiting to run out and jump into the water. Ooh, they're going to surprise them. When they join the 5 penguins in the water, how many are in the water? 5, plus we see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When they join the 5 penguins in the water, there will be 11 penguins in all. So how many will there all be together? 11. So let's see. We're going to start with the sum, and then they're going to run and join. So what do I use for join? Do I use a plus or a minus? I use a plus. They're going to run and join plus the 5 penguins that are already in the water. And then all together, now they told us there is going to be how many penguins? 11. Okay, so I need to get to 11 from 5. I have 5. I need to get to 11, so I can count up. I put 5 in my head. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6 more. Or I could have drawn, and if I don't want to draw circles, I can use tallies. I have 5. So here's the ones coming up over the hill. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and now I'm going to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 more penguins coming. Okay, so the answer that went in the box was 6. That was the sum they were looking for. How many are hiding behind the hill? It is 6. Okay? All right, so boys and girls, what you are going to do next, I'm going to move my own picture over here. There are 2 worksheets that I have linked to this for you to work on. You can draw a picture. You can use cubes if you have them in your house. You can use pennies. You can use whatever you want to answer this, okay? There will be a story problem, and there's a place over here to write the answer. So example for this one's pretty easy. 6 penguins are on the ice. 4 are in the water. How many penguins are there in all? You have to figure that out and write the answer, okay? Some of them are where there's a missing addend at the beginning or in the end or at the beginning. And then the next page has 2 more problems, and then there is a challenge. The challenge is hard, okay? I don't expect you to get it right. If you want to try it out with your mom and dad, that's a good idea. You can print these worksheets that will be linked on here, or you can just talk to your mom and dad about them and look at them and come up with what your answers would be, okay? All right, good luck. Nice job today, boys and girls.